So I just want to show you my Instructional Aquarium Dvd range. I started making these many years ago after being in the industry for an extremely long time, and found that I was saying the same thing to everyone all the time, and it's quite hard to maintain being really passionate about your fish when you are pretty much saying the same thing all day every day. So now what I do is sell these DVDs instead of having to explain everything about the aquarium. And now I can use the time with customers for troubleshooting, which is a lot more interesting than just teaching people about the aquariums. So this one here is your first aquarium and pond guide, and basically this is good for a beginner because it covers absolutely all types of fish: cichlids, turtles, yabbies, saltwater seahorses, you name it, walking fish. And it's also good for experienced people that are thinking about doing something different, because it just gives you a bit of a taste and a bit of a reminder of all the different sorts of fish that are available. Now this one's the Tropical DVD, which just covers tropical fish from start to finish. This one's the Cichlid Dvd, so obviously it does share some similarities with the Tropical DVD, but it goes much more into the personalities of the cichlid, evolution of the cichlid. It's just got beautiful tanks. All these DVDs are really worth watching if you are an experienced person, even just to see the tanks, because it's so cool just seeing all the tanks. Now this one here is the double disc marine DVD, and it's the best. So if you ever want to run a saltwater aquarium, make sure you grab this DVD, and it goes from start to finish, everything that you really need to know. And all very simply put. No matter who you are, you'll understand everything in this disc. Then what I did then is produce this one, which is your 8-point principles guide, which is really a seminar, which breaks everything you learnt in that one into 8 points, and pretty much challenges you to say that everything that occurs in the aquarium has something to do with one of these 8 points. So that's the range that I've produced. Particularly if you are a store owner or a store worker, they're just a must, because once again they allow you to engage with your customer, to help solve their problems, to build customer rapport, as opposed to just flat out teaching the customer how to keep fish. Because at the end of the day, I did get quite frustrated when the whole customer's always right thing came in, and you might spend an hour with someone teaching them about how to keep the fish, and then maybe you forgot to tell them something, or maybe they forgot that you told them, and then they blame you if anything goes wrong with their aquarium. But at the end of the day, someone's aquarium is that person's responsibility. So in the industry, it's our responsibility, I believe, to try and make this information as available and accessible as possible, and trying to encourage people to learn as much as they can. But the animal themselves is the owner of the animal's responsibility. So it's important that people do take steps like buy DVDs, which are easy to absorb and to learn, to make sure they know how to look after their animals. Now there's lots of good books on the market that people can get as well, but the reality is most people just don't actually have time to sit down and read, as much as we encourage that it's a great idea. And then there is YouTube and all the rest of it, which certainly has some value. But then again, YouTube is absolutely anyone that's giving you that information. So a lot of the time on YouTube or on a forum, that might just be one person's experience, which may not translate to being everyone's experience. But at the end of the day, the more you learn, the better. And tools like this just really make it easier for people to learn, because that's really our aim, is to make the aquarium an educational experience. Because what we find is the more people learn about their fish, the more successful they are, but also the more they enjoy it. Because you tend to identify with something so much better if you do understand it, and you just get much more out of it by learning about it. So if you want to learn more about these products, either go to majesticaquariums.com.au or go to fisheyefilms.com. And if you are in the industry and you would like to buy them, Aqua Premium sell them, and so does Kongs. So yeah, get hold of these as soon as you can. And the more we promote this sort of thing, the healthier, stronger and more educated this industry is going to be. So stay tuned for whatever I come up with next. Put a little comment, tell me what you think.